Thanks for joining us once again. This time we'll be spending a week exploring the city of Istanbul, a place that straddles both Europe and Asia. Later, we'll fly to central Turkey and visit the area known as Cappadocia. Join us as we take off on this new adventure. There's a lot to see, but before we get started, I think we better find out a little bit about the food here and the drinks.
Okay.
Whatever, and the whole meaning in having a Turkish coffee is not at all to go. It's to stop. To get in the rush of the daily life, your body and your soul together. Because there is this, notion, philosophical notion, if you are rushing in your daily life and you're living with your intellect, you leave your soul behind. And there must be moments in life in which you really just stop. And you get your soul and your body together. You're uniting them.
Once we had our body and soul back together, we enjoyed a lot of new foods. But one of the most interesting was something called bulgur, made from a wheat base with a variety of added spices.
It is very, very fine bulgur. They add spices to it: red pepper flakes, black pepper, dry mint, oregano, grated onions, parsley, as you see. And they knead it together for 1.5 to 2 hours, adding from time to time cold water until they have a very soft paste. So think back of bulgur. It's very hard. You have to be quite strong to do this, okay? Because it's like, can you imagine 1.5 hours, 2 hours kneading it together until you have a very soft paste? But he's so good in it. Please stretch out your hands.
Lunch was served on a rooftop overlooking the Bosphorus. With the competing calls to prayer echoing over Istanbul, and now fully nourished if not smelling like a lemon, we'll move on to take a look at the Blue Mosque. Built by Sultan Ahmed in 1603, the Blue Mosque is one of the most photographed buildings in Istanbul. The Blue Mosque interior features a cascade of domes and thousands of blue tiles adorning the walls, giving the building its unofficial but commonly used name. A cistern is a water storage container. This underground cistern was built by Roman Emperor Justinian in 532 AD. Decommissioned in the 19th century, its shallow water is now home to ghostly patrols of carp. It features 336 marble and granite columns, many of which were recycled from ruined classical temples. Two columns feature striking bases carved with the head of Medusa. One is upside down, the other on its side. It's been called the greatest house of worship in the Christian and Muslim world. Hagia Sophia, the great church of Constantinople. Built by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian in AD 537, on the grandest scale possible, it was later converted into a mosque by conquering Ottomans and now serves as Istanbul's most impressive museum. The Hagia Sophia was the tallest building in the world for over 1,000 years. The Statue of Liberty could easily stand underneath its dome.
Still climbing.
The view from the second-story balcony was just as spectacular. Today, Islamic and Christian elements blend peacefully under the Hagia Sophia's arches.
And then I'll take it over there. Ringo! Aşağı. Bravo.
Hey lady, you need a rug?
If you're not engaged in some things and you don't pay for it, it's like changing all the time. And the last time, I was people are crazy for yeah, they ask you for food.
A 2-hour flight brought us to Cappadocia in central Turkey. Millions of years ago, sedimentary rock formed in lakes. Later, ancient volcanoes deposited a volcanic layer of rock on top. Over time, the rocks of Cappadocia have eroded into spectacular pillars. Over the centuries, the soft sedimentary rock has been carved into homes and hiding places. Cappadocia contains several underground cities used by early Christians as hiding places before Christianity became an accepted religion. The underground cities have vast defense networks or traps throughout their many levels. These traps are very creative, including such devices as large round stones to block doors and holes in the ceiling through which the defenders may drop spears. Our early morning balloon ride was canceled due to high winds. Here's what actually happened later on that same day. Okay, let's walk. There are a few snowflakes coming at us. We're on a 4-kilometer hike. The ubiquitous Turkish evil eye protected us throughout our journeys in Cappadocia. Separating Europe from Asia, over the centuries, the Bosphorus has been crossed by armies and merchants. Along its shores are Ottoman palaces and massive stone fortresses. Well, we've enjoyed sharing this trip with you and are looking forward to the next one.